Years ago, a group of us started working on automotive safety, and in trying to make a contribution, we found that one of the worst problems was falling asleep at the wheel. Tired driving, falling asleep at the wheel, drowsy driving, that accounts for literally thousands of deaths a year, in addition to millions of dollars of property damage, hundreds of thousands of accidents. Americans today rarely get enough sleep. It's a huge problem. It turns out that research has found at least 1 out of every 2 people admit to falling asleep at the wheel at some point in their lives, and we think the other half are probably fibbing about that. Everybody has that problem. No one seems to get enough sleep, especially in America. So in getting a hold of some research additional about what to do, we saw that most of what was out there was in the realm of urban legends. Drinking coffee, having the radio on, even turning air conditioning and blowing in your face, having an open window. It has temporary effects, because what you're fighting, you're basically fighting nature. In all mammals, there's what's called a circadian rhythm. As soon as the sun starts to go down, the photoreceptors in your eyes pick up the lack of light, and they release hormones into the brain. These slow you down. Your body, as it slows down, cools in temperature. And then, once you're ready to fall asleep, your body will raise up that temperature slightly, and you'll drift off to sleep. Well, unfortunately, this happens in a car. So no matter how much coffee you take, and no matter how many times you get out of the car and walk around, you're still going to go back into that. Those hormones are going to increase naturally. It's just a fact of nature. What we've done in our particular device, the XoomAlert, is we've disrupted that natural cycle. And in looking at as far away as Asia, we were coming across studies where people, to enhance sleep, were putting warm things on their legs. And that allowed them to drift off to sleep. So it enhanced the natural tendency of the body to slightly rise in temperature and then drift comfortably off to sleep. We thought, if we could prove it, that if you could chill that same area, and it was mostly the shin area, but if you could chill that same area, you would not be comfortable enough to fall asleep. And sure enough, through now probably several thousand different test subjects, we've proven that out and invented a device called the XoomAlert. And what it does, quite simply, is it brings your shin down to a temperature to where your body, which is always trying to make your body comfortable, hunts and pecks to find a good core body temperature to make you comfortable. Now, if that happens and your body tries to make you comfortable at night, you're going to drift off to sleep. With the XoomAlert, your body is not allowed to do that. And in fact, it has receptors in your shin that tell it your body's cold and tries to heat up, and then receptors elsewhere in your body that tell your brain your body is not chilled. And so this central core body temperature that's essential for sleep can't be achieved by your body. And so simply the XoomAlert, once you put it on your shin at that lower temperature, fools your body into not being able to find that comfort zone. It's simple biology. The people that should not try this are people that have had closed brain injuries or can't regulate their body temperature, like postmenopausal women. But if your body naturally falls asleep, like almost all Americans do, naturally falls asleep at night, this will, if you have no other medical issues, this will break that cycle and not allow you to drift off to sleep. One of the other things we found out, because as soon as we put it on people, it kind of gives you a jolt and wakes you up just with that. We were trying to make things boring and mundane, and so we started giving math tests to people to kind of bore them into kind of a sleepiness. And as it turned out, what we found later was they were getting better test scores. So the positive effect of the XoomAlert just doesn't go to keeping you awake. It'll actually increase your reaction or decrease your reaction time and make you more alert. Now, until we actually had brain scans done during its use at a major university, we didn't know this, but it actually affects the beta brain waves in your brain, which are related to intelligence and attentiveness. And so this is also a useful device to students. If you're up late studying, you haven't slept, for goodness sake, don't take drugs. And don't go without sleep. Be alert and use something that's homeopathic and natural and works with nature's rhythms. So, and the other item is too, if you're driving late at night, just because your body is slowed down, your reaction times are going to be much, much slower. We had a 25 to 40% decrease in reaction time during testing. So if you're out late at night, a couple seconds better reaction time just might save your life. So try the XoomAlert, a natural way to stay awake at night, especially while driving.